So everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Chernobyl. But before I talk about this and possible spoilers, here's another promotion right here. So please be sure to check out AyyaSAP for more amazing links. So there are link below. We also find links to this reaction video. And we have reached the final episode of Chernobyl, episode 5, and it is pretty heavy on its own, you know. It's not like when we got to see episode 3, when we got to see, you know, how the radiation literally just destroying the bodies and all of this kind of stuff. But the aftermath of it and how the state kind of, you know, fucked this up by trying to hide it, everything and all. How Legasso willingly knew in the end that he started to tell the truth, and it was the end of him. I mean, he already had a shortened span because of the radiation poisoning, all of that. And same with Boris. I will say it was an amazing show to watch. It really tell, you know, all about these stories about what really happened. I mean, I have read about the Chernobyl and all of that, but this really gave a different light to things on how what really went down, and the people, and most of all the people that was there, the people that died, that never got to know if they managed to do the right thing, that if they knew that they saved the reactor, or what happened to them, you know. And so many that are so young, and from those that was in the work in the reactor, to the firefighters, to the miners, and to the soldiers that was there to trying to deal with radiation. It is, and the people of Pripyat. Honestly, it's terrifying, you know. It is really, really terrifying to know what happened with all of this. And I will say, as I said in the video, this was not a fun show to watch, you know, like watching a show that makes you laugh and have a good time. But I will say it is important on its own, you know. It was intriguing. It was honestly very hard for me to stop watching after one episode. I want to watch all of it right away because I get really interested in this. And the meaning and the value of the things that happen, and the importance of many things. And Legasso, like how we spoke, like all these lies, it's just a depth to the truth. And when the truth is withheld, we get things happens like this, you know. And it's awful. And as I said, as Gorbachev said, that the explosion of Chernobyl was most likely, like, that was the final straw that broke the Soviet Union, breaking it apart and all of that. And seeing all of this, though, how all things happened, and it was good, though. I will say, I'm surprised how well it was made. You know, even if obviously dramatized for it being a show and all, but incredible well made. And I felt it was a good way it showing about the people that worked so hard, and which I would say is the heroes of this, like the firefighters, those that worked in the reactors that tried to prevent this, but in the end was just shut down by like people like Dyatlov and Legasso that stood up, and the scientists that supported him, that Komkovich was representing, you know. It is pretty heavy, you know. I'm trying to, when I'm watching these kind of things, especially since I generally don't really watch these kind of things on my channel, so this was a bit different, I would say. because this is a pretty heavy subject, because it is something that still affects to today, you know. It is not fiction, it's reality of what happened. Obviously, as said, some dramatized, but all the information they have and all that is based on the truth, and well, as much as they could get, I guess, at least. And it's, man, my teeth are fucked up. Ah, well, whatever. Seeing all of this though is, it is upsetting. It's makes me feel like, my God, imagine if they actually didn't hide these facts and all of that. They could have prevented all this happening. You know, and it is sad. But I am happy that in the end, like Legasov and his will, so to speak, all over this, reached out, that the truth he told, that people listened, that in the end it came out. And that is, I guess in the end that was the only thing he could win on. I said this have been an amazing series, definitely worth watching. It's awful at times, and many times you just want to rip off your hair because, like, oh my God, what is wrong with these people? Why don't they listen? And yeah, it is really sad in all of this, but also some really brave people we got to see in all of this. But yes, that is me and my final thoughts on Chernobyl. I would say amazing show, definitely worth watching, even if you don't like it, because it's pretty squirmish and all that, you know, because some special scenes that is really nasty, but it is rather important in that regard, you know, with all of these things, you know, because it tells a story that happened and is really important. If, in my opinion, is, I mean, obviously you don't need to know everything, but it's good to know about these things in general. But yes, so I will be back on with more stuff here on my channel. It really means a lot that people have been supporting and giving your comments and clarifying things for me if I'm wrong and explaining things further on what's happening and all of that. Really appreciate all of that. So thank you for watching, see you later on, and have a continued super great day.